Keep coming. What's up?
Saw it.
Sup?
So today we've swapped cars. No, we are doing a bumper cut on the 350Z.
Now you may see
Yeah,
that the bumper has already been cut.
yeah. As opposed to before, when you guys first saw this car, it just had this nice big ass crack that went the span of the bumper. We were gonna cut it because we're gonna modify it with an FRS diffuser, but you know,
How did that go?
we just decided it was just not gonna happen
Why is that?
because it's a pain in the ass and it's not made for the car.
Uh-huh.
I mean, honestly, it really would have looked. It really would have looked cool.
It's not that it wouldn't have looked cool. However, the diffuser you got was
Yeah, that was part of it.
a
We
little
got
thin.
we got a diffuser that was just not made very well, and so realistically, we've got some cool plans. So we're gonna do a bumper cut,
We've already
and
started the bumper
eventually,
cut. We're just gonna cut more.
yeah, there's gonna be a nice little floating diffuser. I think
Yes.
it's gonna be pretty dope, and we got a new exhaust as well. But those will be coming in future videos.
Today, though.
Today, we are going to do a straight cut.
Yes. So I'll go ahead and we're gonna cut. Basically, you can see the crack in the bumper goes
Yeah.
to literally here.
Yep.
So we are gonna follow the line of the license plate frame, whatever you want to call it, the indent, and then we are gonna go straight across all the way to here because you also have some Amuse rear flares that we
Yes.
will eventually be putting on.
Yes.
But we want them to line up correctly. If you basically the Amuse rear flares meet up right here.
Yep.
And if you don't get that line straight, it's gonna look silly.
Absolutely.
So what we're gonna do is pull this bumper back off. We are going to replace some lights that are in it with some nice LED bulbs. We are going to put the bumper back on, mount it, line everything up correctly. So that way, once we kind of loose mount the Amuse flares, we know exactly where they're gonna be.
Exactly
So
right.
we can get the straightest line in correlation to the cut we make.
Yep.
So, like I said, we're gonna start by taking this off and replacing some lights because we have them. And if the bumper's not coming off again, it's just do it now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do this. So it's been so long since we
Worked on the Z.
worked on the Z.
Not my fault.
This is hilarious. Like, it's just
They
literally.
sat in the sun for a long time.
Yeah.
We have these. What we're gonna use these
Yeah.
in?
These are.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Because these. So we have these guys first off.
I gotta look up the code.
Yeah, well-
7440.
These are the rear
That's the license,
plate lights.
Yeah.
LEDs. So we have these guys. You found these on probably Amazon, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go ahead and install these guys. We're gonna remember what these guys are for.
I want to say those are reverse lights.
I think you're right, but
Because I remember I felt like the reverse lights were so weak.
I agree with you. But if you look over here, we have our bumper off.
Yep.
So
We had done some plastic repair,
yeah,
but we're just gonna scrap it. Although it did.
it held up pretty well for
Really
what it
well,
was. But that would have been the type of thing where you're then going to do body work over the front of the crack to then seal it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's no longer the route we're taking.
Nope.
But you can see right here, these are our license plate lights.
Yep.
So we're gonna pop these guys out. It's much easier to do this when the bumper's off the car.
Yeah.
I actually can't imagine doing this.
We actually, I mean, it's just a matter of this guy right here, basically. Because I did this on the G.
Yeah.
So it pops off. Like if this bumper was off, we could get it like this. But it's easier since we have access
You can
to
just see the back of
harnesses
it
like
where
this.
you can get everything.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and replace the license plate lights. We will look at the bulb code and see which one goes where.
Yep.
And we'll replace those on the car. And
Yep.
then we are going to put the bumper back on for good. And I don't know if you'll see a clip of it, but we did paint the OEM
Yes.
rear bumper bash bar.
We painted the OEM bash bar because, yeah, OEM bumper support, I guess you would call it, huh?
Yeah, basically. But yeah, so we did paint that because since it is going to be shown, basically once we cut this, a lot more of this will be visible. We're gonna see if We like it if it's kind of low key or not. If it's really obvious and kind of ugly, we'll probably end up going the Bash Bar route.
Yeah.
But for the moment, we painted it. We're gonna go ahead and get the bumper back on, finish the cut, get all the lights in, and then kind of see where it's at.
Yes, indeed.
So that should be our tail light wiring. Down here we have the turn signal and the reverse light. We have these nice, these are actually pretty nice, LED bulbs.
No, they have like a ton of really good ratings.
Well, you see all the side diodes and then the front.
Yeah.
So this should light up really nicely. So LEDs are directional, but if you look on the inside of the plug here, you can see a tab here and you can see a tab here. So if we're lucky, which I'm assuming we should be, you should just be able to line up with that.
Yep.
Click it in. If you want to hand me that,
Yep.
we will go ahead and see if we can turn these on.
Do I need to start the car to get the reverse?
You need to click it into the on position at least. And both of those are on and very bright. So you can go ahead and take a look at those while I stop blinding myself.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My eyes are.
Yeah. Those are great. My eyes hurt. So, we have replaced the bulbs there.
Yep. They look really nice too.
They do.
Just kind of like initial impressions, like really nice housing.
Nice.
The assembly's good. These were $17 for the pair, if I remember correctly.
Which is not bad.
Diodes on the front and on the
The
sides.
full ring on the side
yeah,
is really
so
nice,
like,
I think.
you really do kind of get the full spectrum of like LED light from them, which is great.
Yes.
So I wanted to get. I was debating on the.
You know why we didn't? Is because the flasher relay.
Yeah. I didn't want to deal with the flasher relay. I think that's exactly what it was.
So, now we're going to be dealing with these guys and some screaming dogs. I'm going to go put them inside real quick while you work on getting these unplugged. But real quick here. Hold on. What's up here? If you look at these, the new ones come with the plug to go into the factory little plug there.
Yep.
So we're just going to unclip these, plug it in, slot them in place.
Got it,
And I'm going to go let some dogs in and hand this to you.
Yes, indeed.
That's on the trunk, by the way.
Okay, so while we were disassembling,
We found a small little talking point
discovered-
here. Yeah.
Yeah, we already had LED bulbs. Up
But you can see that is just the bulb replacement.
there. Yeah,
But if you look on the inside of that,
it's a full
that's
strip. Yeah.
huge.
These
That
are
looks-
going to be
yeah.
bright.
This is going to be
compared-
much better.
compared. So this is still obviously a worthwhile upgrade for us.
Yes.
And I think the pair was not expensive. It was like $10 or something. I'll find.
Well,
it
you
and
bought the
link it.
same for the G, and it was pretty affordable.
They were great.
Yeah, they look really nice.
They look really nice. So.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and swap these, and we'll be right back. Yep. Okay, so we plugged in the lights.
Yeah, we just snapped them in.
They slip in from the left side, and
Yeah.
then you kind of tilt them in to this side, and they're in.
Yep.
So we're gonna go ahead and now find some hardware, and then remount this bumper.
Yep.
Okay, real quick here. When taking your bumper off, on the corners, we have these guys. You can see that side is missing. So,
Yeah.
we ordered a new one from Z1 Motorsports, part number 85284-CD000. I don't remember how much this was. Do you?
$7.
$7. So, these clips are actually pretty specific if you look at
Some
it.
places will charge 15, so shop around.
Yeah, definitely. So this guide goes into the body. You have your nice little cute foam washer guy.
Yep.
You see how this is vertical right now? This is the position you want this in when you're taking the bumper off. Once the bumper is on, you turn it to lock the bumper in place and make these little tabs go sideways.
Yeah.
So for now, we're gonna go ahead and just get that in there like that.
Yep.
And then like I said, you're gonna literally turn it. You need a wrench to do it.
Yeah. You use I think it's a 10 mil wrench.
Something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because this is the 10 mil right here. But yeah, so once the bumper goes on, you're gonna reach in there with a wrench and you're gonna turn that sideways to lock this corner right here. This is the part that locks in with it. If you want to take a look under,
Right here.
you can see we actually can take that off because that's the same side.
Oh yeah. That's the piece that's broken.
Yeah, so we have a broken one in there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take that out of there.
Yeah, we'll get it.
And we'll show you what the broken one looks like. But yeah, so you need to get a 10 mil wrench in there, turn it sideways, lock the bumper down so you don't have any
So you can
weird,
see it right here.
any weird gaps.
It's locked in. So this if I had to guess, I think this bumper kind of did a little clip on the wall.
Well,
While
this guy,
drifting?
the guy.
Or was it a
did-
drift car?
It was a
Yeah.
drift car. The guy did a lot of drifting. He definitely hit stuff with it. I remember he ripped the. It was his side skirt, right? He popped this
The
side skirt off.
passenger side skirt
Yes.
was just shredded. I had to get another one. Fortunately, I got another black
So
obsidian,
funny enough,
super black.
2 days before I picked it up, he messaged me. He was like, "Hey man, Side skirt came off while drifting. I was zip tying on. I'm like, all right, whatever, no big deal. So
He was still drifting it up to the time you traded.
no, literally he was. He took it to an event like 2 days before
My
he traded
gosh.
it to me. But funny enough, for a story for you guys, Almer went to test drive this car, and we were cruising down the streets.
Yep.
And I was following behind.
Yep.
Yes. And there's a particular dip on this road, and he hit the dip when it was at its much lower height.
Yep.
And the side skirt that was held on with my zip ties, like from my view, I just see this thing just like.
It literally did like the dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun dun. It's just a side
just
skirt
flying.
off into the ether.
And like it was great that I was falling behind because I was able to just stop while laughing hysterically and like just run out real quick and grab it and throw it in the back of the
It was
SUV and like
hilarious.
amazing.
Yeah.
One of the best
absolutely.
things we've ever
For
done.
sure. For
So,
sure.
He did get a new one. It's on
Yeah.
there.
So this is a replacement. I got it used from a eBay shop that was parting out, and I got the same super black off of an 04.
Nice.
So it worked out.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, the paint's in pretty good shape on it, honestly.
It really is.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pull these off again soon.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So fun stuff.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. Right now.
So we have our broken clips right here. This one, which we showed you, we just replaced right here. And these bumper clips, you should expect that if you're ever going to remove your bumper, that you're probably going to break some clips. These things are not super strong. It's just really not, you know. And you can see the new license plate lights here from the back, the way they plug in, slightly different than OEM. But we do have replacement clips. I went ahead and picked up some used ones because they were in good shape. But we have 5 in total for the 5 slots. So we will throw them on, and then hopefully we will never be taking this bumper off. Well, we won't be taking it off for a while. A good long time.
All right, so another piece we needed, this side, because it had been drifting and
Yep.
the bumper had come off at some point, was missing this guy. You can see the slots in here, which we'll put in a second, and then it has 2 screws in it to kind of expand these out to help it not come out.
Yep.
But the point of this is actually really important. If you look over here, this piece, so we're gonna straighten this out a little bit, but you can see it goes in and you slide the bumper onto it.
Yep.
And it actually holds this section of the bumper from sticking out too far. And that's a lot of common things you'll see on like
Poor fitment. When you
very,
see
very
like poor
poor
fitment
fit
on a
ones.
bumper, yeah.
Now this piece here holds into right here where that tab is that we just replaced and
Yep.
showed you. And then you can see we're missing one of these guys. Now, fortunately for you, I just bought a set of carpet clips, which might just do the
job.
trick. I'm thinking like this right here. Should hopefully
Yeah, pretty small size, I think.
hold this guy back in place. Perfect. And there you go. Literally perfect.
Bingo.
So you're lucky I just bought those.
Bam.
Those were $10 on Amazon, by the way. Pick yourselves up.
Yeah,
just like
honestly,
clips and this
clips.
type of stuff.
These
Carpet
little
clips.
things, like they're all like a bunch of little things, but they add up so fast as far as like quality.
It really does, and like
Yeah.
having that stuff just puts you that kind of step past what normal people will do when they just kind of slam some stuff together.
Yeah.
So like I said, we're gonna go ahead and bend this guy if you want to use that one as reference. You know.
Yeah, it's really just kind of
Yeah.
straight, basically.
So we
Like,
just got to bend this guy out a little bit, get it to reline up a bit,
yeah.
and
We'll do that, realign it real quick, and get back to you guys.
yeah, that.
Now, for you guys' reference, I don't remember exactly what this part is called because I actually sourced it used. As you can see with the red paint, looks like it came off of a car that was repainted red. But I found it basically by searching a rear bumper
Slide clip or something.
support guide. Like rear bumper guide was the keyword I think I used.
Okay, and that's on there.
Nice.
So this is gonna slide on real nice,
Yep.
like it should have been from the factory.
All right.
It's time.
Go left or right there?
I'm over here. So
All right, so lights first. Reverse is on the inside.
it was these then.
All right. So far we've got the 5 clips in. We're about to lock these down.
The tab pieces.
These guides have worked.
Yep.
We've locked these down, so we just need to get these bolts under here.
Yep.
To rotate these. And I think that's it.
Then let's put the taillights back in.
Yeah.
And this is a car who will have taillights for the first time in like a year and a half, I think.
Long time.
Long
It's
time.
been a long time.
We've been working on this bumper for
We started it in May or June.
longer than we care to admit.
Yeah.
So first thing first, let's get some license plate lights. Those are real nice and bright.
Yeah, they're definitely an upgrade from before.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I didn't realize the other ones are aftermarket.
I didn't either. I had no idea actually.
Now reverse light?
Yep, those are nice and bright. Those are good looking.
Yeah, and that's basically it because the turn signals were obviously here.
Yeah, if I actually hit them real quick, just put the hazards on.
Well, the hazards don't work because we are in drift mode.
Oh, that's right. The hazards don't work because we're in drift mode. That's right. So just leave that one on. So you can tell those are a little, on the camera it looks really bright. In person it actually looks pretty dim, but maybe we'll think about getting a flasher thing and figuring that out later. But throw the reverse lights on again with the turn signal. Yeah, that'll definitely give you a much better perspective on how bright the LEDs are to the turn signal. So
Yeah, maybe we'll... Since we have the bumper cut, it's not going to be very difficult to swap them if we want to later.
yeah, so we should be able to do it a lot easier later. So yeah, so far bumper is pretty much on. Everything is nice and mounted. We just got to do one more clip. That's right here on the other side. And I did a little bit of shortening of this bolt. So hopefully that's enough to make it not hit right here on the taillight. So upgrade. I feel like a normal life.
Okay, so everything is back together.
Go ahead and make it look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are gonna resume the bumper cut on another day for us because
Light
light and
starting to
rain.
get a little wet out. It's gonna
Yeah.
rain soon.
We don't want to be doing a bumper cut in the rain.
We don't want to be, well, tape lines. Like, we want to make this bumper cut very, very nice.
We don't want to do it again.
Yeah, so when we lay everything down and draw the lines out, we're going to take the time to measure every distance and, like, a multitude of points and, like, plot it across and make sure the line is, like, perfect on it.
Yep.
So we really want to make sure we take our time to make it good. It's got to drag a little, you know what I mean?
We're gonna design a blow off valve.
The sheesh blow.
Yeah. Where when you blow off, sheesh. It's gonna be awesome.
Honestly,
Dude.
this is the best idea we've ever had. I'm not even gonna lie.
Like that's our $1 million idea. Watch someone actually makes it. It's on Amazon tomorrow.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you do make it, I'm gonna buy one. For
No,
the cappuccino.
for real.
For the cappuccino.
Dude, that would be the best
Right,
for the
because it'd
cat.
be really high pitched and
Yeah.
tiny.
So you guys saw with Indy, we did a little time lapse of the bumper cut.
Some cutting.
We have yet to file. We'll get to filing. So
Yeah, that'll happen soon.
I've got to say I am very happy with the proposition by Indy for the design of the cut. We basically went 1/8 here. Was it an 8? 3/8 here, and then tapered up
Yeah.
to 3/8 here. And then from here we tapered up again, which is really cool. We're gonna touch more on the flares in a bit, but this is more on the bumper cut. So
Bumper cuts.
Bumper cuts.
Bumper cuts.
So we're gonna
One-
pop this bash bar off because this is ugly as shit.
Well, you know, it's
and,
funny because we painted this,
we did.
and like it looked good when the bumper cut was a lot lower. When it was about here.
Yeah, it was passable.
Yeah, but with the bumper cut being this high, we definitely decided a bash bar is the way to go.
Yeah, I feel like you can only get away with it if your bumper cut is here or lower.
Yeah, at minimum. Yeah.
And you know the Mercury GT3 rear vents would require your bumper cut to be no higher than. Oh yeah, the Mercury GT vents would require your bumper cut to be no higher than here.
Yeah.
So it would be passable.
But
you could
in
use
this,
it,
but in this form, this is definitely.
Yeah, this
like
is a very aggressive bumper cut.
Well, and I told you when we did it, like the bumper cut looks really good, and you know I'm not a fan of bumper cuts, but this is definitely out there. So once we get a bash bar here, that's gonna really.
Yeah, we might as well spoil it for you guys. We got a bash bar coming.
Yeah.
From True Focus Fab.
Yes.
Shout out to True Focus Fab.
Who did follow us on Instagram?
They did.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys. And if you guys haven't followed us on Instagram, follow us.
We very rarely post.
But we do occasionally post. So we're gonna take this bash bar off real quick, and then we'll update you again.
Yeah.
All right, we have removed the stock bash bar and the supports that hold it in place. Obviously, it looks way cleaner. There's
lots better.
Yeah, there's a little bit of frame exposed, but we've got something for that. Got something coming.
Some other plans besides bash bar.
Yeah. So, also we've got a new exhaust coming on. So that's gonna be great. So once you see that, I'm stoked. Anyways, that's gonna do it for the bumper cut video. Let us know what you guys thought of the design.
I think it looks good.
I think Indy called it well with his little taper idea. That was a good play. I need to really wash this car really badly.
No, that's fine.
And just leave it dirty.
Just remember, if you distribute the load, everything will turn out fine.
Know your sources.
Know your ounces.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys thought of the video in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
And we appreciate you guys. And ounces. And even distribution of load.